My name is Matt Schultz. I work for the Amate House organization, which is a young adult volunteer program here in the city that focuses on service and leadership development. And I work as their associate director for development. So I'm there to tell the story, to connect alumni and supporters with the program, and to keep the wider Amate community plugged in with what's happening with our current fellows as well with our alumni. So that is what Amate House still is. It's a recent college grads who are all committing to serve the city in some way, shape, or form. We've got other community organizations that we've sent our volunteers or fellows to work full time and to support their programs in a number of different ways. Our fellows go on to do a lot of different things beyond their service year that might actually directly correlate with what the kind of work that they were doing during their Amate House service year. The other component of that is living intentionally. All of our fellows, they opt into a year of service because there's that community and intentional living component. So it's a chance after college to make it a conscious decision to live with a group of people with the intention of self-development, of leadership development, of focusing on perhaps it's your faith or it's your spirituality, perhaps it's just kind of thinking about your long-term career, and it's a year of discernment for you. Regardless of the route you take after DePaul, I think the mission of that institution has always been to bring students into the understanding of every human life has dignity, and how we work and interact with each other should always find ways to ensure that we're honoring the very humanity of another person. And I think in my time working at DePaul, the one thing I think I really took from that institution was that the students there are so mission driven and focused. They chose DePaul because they wanted to be at an institution that wasn't just like your typical brick and mortar, like enclosed campus feel, like isolated ivory space. No, like DePaul is embedded in the city in lots of different ways, and students are attracted to that idea of being in Chicago, not just going to class, but being able to go out in the city and feel that connection. And I think when it comes down to like the mission, I think is really complemented by that. It's a very politically active campus, a very social justice focused institution. Students want to get out into the city and be a part of those spaces. And they find those opportunities because of DePaul's proximity, but its connections as well with local organizations and nonprofits and other institutions. So the DePaul student is such a very driven student and a very, I think, a service-oriented student. I think the mission of the university obviously directly complements what Amate House is doing, which is leadership and faith formation with a group of young adults, while also finding ways to lend their talents and skill sets to folks in need, institutions and organizations and communities that are looking for those skill sets to better their organization or better a community initiative. A lot of people like to call doing a year of service after DePaul or after college kind of taking a year off, and I'll always say it is taking a year on. You are opting into doing a full-time job. I was doing as a volunteer. My position title was the same as the salaried employee next to mine. But you're taking a year to do full-time employment. You're getting professional development. You're learning how to be a leader, either in your faith or in your spirituality or in your, just in your particular industry that you might be pursuing. And you're getting all that experience, and you're doing it in a way that you feel is impactful to you and the broader community, which I think is directly tied in with DePaul's mission.